from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And here's Green to throw on second down. This is Donnell with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down. Off play action. Green. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On second down now. It's Richardson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Looking to throw. Green. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Frank Reich here on fourth down is ready to try for 3. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 65 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
First down. McCullough. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. McCullough. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a play fake here on first down. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Green over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Richardson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes, because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out, and maybe the defensive front coming forward, and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
Green throwing on 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified, because he went up and got the football and converted on a down you shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw. Green. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Green. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again back in front.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He hit on all 6 of his passes on that opening drive, including the final throw for a touchdown, as his guys start here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCullough looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Off play action. McCullough. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. McCullough. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCullough. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Looking to throw. Green. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Green. Open man is Chase, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Green. Got a man open. It's Chase. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun. Green over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Green down. Throwing on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Green. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Sky Moore, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On 3rd down, McCullough. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Here we go. Red ball 80.
To throw is Green. On 1st down. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Green. On 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Green. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Green. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And the Washington offense heading out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCullough. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. Green able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now Green. Throwing on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line. Ready?
Here's Richardson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Green. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves.
Now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McCullough. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. Off play action. McCullough. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Fight, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. James now to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th. All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition. Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Touchdown! Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's James. Now James returning. And he's up across the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They start on the ground. It's Richardson.
A solid stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Green. That's going to be caught by Richardson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Richardson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Green. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Green. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Green. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A quick throw there is incomplete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. Green. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, and seal this thing.
Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing to start the drive. McCollum. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 5. Operating from the gun. McCollum. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. T.J. Watt from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. A big play looming on third down. Back to throw. McCollum. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Pass complete to Robinson. Here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Robinson up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Robinson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So now the Panthers down 17-16, a minute 13 to play. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He finds his man, complete. It's Richardson. Second down, 8 yards to go. He's back to throw. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3. What did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus wind, no wind, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So for the Commanders, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.